La 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 la. La 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 la.
It's open. Western Conference battle here at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles as the Lakers look to work home court advantage. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for San Antonio. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in the 5 spot.
And guys, remember LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season, but he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there because he wasn't just playing in pain. He was playing hurt. That shows you his commitment to winning. What a pass, and then the layup was a bit of a circus move.
Oh, so smooth.
Yeah, and he really could have fouled that one up trying for the big slam there, though. Just a nice, solid finish for the layup. Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Bryant. No good off the front iron.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
4-on-3 break. Lets it go from deep. Good. Kobe's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Out to Parker. There's the triple. Another miss by Parker. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Clarkson with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. The shot by Bryant, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Whoa!
On defense, the Spurs.
God dang it.
Russell, no luck.
And listen, San Antonio is an older team, actually the oldest in the league last season. And because of injuries and days off, they didn't get to feel that preferred starting five a lot last year.
Here's Russell following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. And that one's good. Russell.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Parker outside. Pass to Aldridge. 6 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Russell.
Heads up interior defense there. He was ready for that entry pass. The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific. And I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Fires it up. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Lets it fly. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
The drive by Russell. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. No good from outside.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period. There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
Randall no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Oh, well.
And Green gets it to go. Lakers trail by 5. Randall is screen on Green. The drive by Russell. It's stolen by Duncan. Ahead. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. He said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Sacre, he's checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Randall. Young's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Russell. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. West is checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. And for Leonard here, players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play and do things.
And guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc after having one of his best ever campaigns the year before. That really just makes a coach pull his hair out.
That's a bad pass. I'm glad you did that.
And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. 1:29 left from the first quarter of the game. Here's Williams.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
Leonard attacking. Back to Diaw. And they're able to recover. Shot clock at 3. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Williams. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Dishes it to Young. Looking to end the drought. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Back to Mills. The Spurs could have used his contributions last year. Parker was hobbled. Corey Joseph was still learning. Mills didn't put together consistent efforts and ended up losing minutes, Clark, because of it.
Yeah, you know, Mills had the opportunity to make an impact for a championship contender. That chance doesn't come very often. Unfortunately, he couldn't make the most of it.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Leonard attacking, and he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Young for 3.
Good quarter, balling.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Spurs lead by 7. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Just the way they've been able to pound that backboard. I think that's been the difference.
Establishment of a good low post presence, a big part of the success.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Boris Diaw is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Ginobili in the 3 slot. Oh!
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have. Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Shot's good from Young.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here. Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Duncan. Here's Randall. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Outside, Russell. Again, Russell missing.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And Young kicks to Randall. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night. First game of the season. 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game. Broke his right leg. 14 minutes in, and the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the Summer League, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure. Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Hibbert. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively, and this lead, I think, is headed up.
And, you know, going back to Randall's rookie year, his troubles really started during medical checkups before the draft. They found a foot injury dating back to high school. The fifth metatarsal had been broken, which may be why he fell a few spots in the draft.
And talking about Randall's rookie injuries, the Lakers were going to let him play through the foot. But once he broke the leg, they did season-ending surgery on the foot as well. Hopefully, now he can just stay healthy and get to play the game he loves.
The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in. And Duncan gets it to go in. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now, here's Clarkson. Covered by Parker. The drive by Russell. That's good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Parker passes to Green. Parker against Russell. Shot clock at 6. And the wide open shot from Green. And a miss there on the triple. Russell dishes to Randall. And stolen by Aldridge. Here's Parker. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
He used that pick to get in close. 6 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
Sound like somebody got Lucille up in their house.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Hibbert.
Is that BB? Is that Lucille up in there?
Julius Randle. Kobe's checked in for Nick Young. And it's Williams in for Jordan Clarkson. San Antonio also making some changes. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Kawhi Leonard in for Tony Parker. And former coach of the year Byron Scott now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
The offensive rebound. Pass to Bass. It's stolen by West.
God dang it.
And the Laker lead has been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Kawhi Leonard.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Right side, Kobe. Shoots from the baseline. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Kobe's got 5 points so far.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
And Mills kicks to Diaw. Ryan against Leonard. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
Diaw, the pass to Mills.
Oh, man. Dang, did not want to get that third foul
on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Right side, Russell. Here's Bass. Rebound, San Antonio.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Diaw with a
good shot.
Open look. Buries it from 3-point range. And the Spurs lead by 1. The feed to Russell. Takes a 3. And the shot is good. Russell's got 7 now in this quarter.
They brought up their 3-point percentage this quarter. They're shooting it well right now. The defense may need to think about making some kind of adjustment to slow that down.
And Mills kicks to Diaw. 3-pointer. No good.
And it doesn't even matter that he...
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Lakers ahead, leading by just 2. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Your safety is our #1 concern. In the event an emergency evacuation of Staples Center becomes necessary, please walk calmly out and away from the facility.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
Just a fantastic game for Young. 12 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. One of the great stories here, Nick Young getting it done today.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Clarkson is out there with Russell. And it's Hibbert in at center. That's Byron Scott's 5 as we get into the second half. And that one's good. Hibbert's got the first basket of the third quarter for Los Angeles. Outside Aldridge. Inside. Here's Duncan. No good. Great D that time from Hibbert.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Lakers were awful in a lot of aspects last season, and their play at home was a major one. Greg, they just couldn't do anything at home, and I think the fans were giving up hope as well.
And given how pricey those Lakers tickets are, Kevin, it was a lot to be salty about in Lakerland, so can't be a bottom dweller and charge that much for seats.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Russell. And that one good from Clarkson.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Out to Duncan. Back to Parker. Now the dish to Duncan. Got a piece of it. Just 5 on the clock. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And dishes to Hibbert. A rebound by the Spurs. Duncan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Parker passes to Leonard. And now Bryant pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. Young's checked in for the Lakers. And San Antonio also making a switch. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. Here's Clarkson. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Young in the corner. Drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got 15.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Aldridge down low. Randall on him. Aldridge. Good.
Over here playing ball.
Aldridge Clark is bread and butter, that great jump shot of his.
Yeah, that's something that every big man needs.
Yeah.
At high release, really tough to get to that shot.
Young with no one around. Again, Young missing. Fast break, here we go. Parker kicks to Leonard. Back to Parker. 4 on the shot clock. The offensive rebound.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
The drive by Bryant. Lakers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. A free throw drops for Kobe.
Oh, boy.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Sacre, he's checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Julius Randle. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Jordan
Oh,
Clarkson.
man.
San Antonio also making some changes. West is checked in
Good one.
for Duncan.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
And it's Mills in for Parker.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Leonard attacking.
That's right.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. And here is Los Angeles now. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Feeds it to Sacre. Back to Williams. 6 to shoot. The pass to Young. Fires the 3. And again, no good by the Lakers. It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, and they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Young's got 17.
What a nice feed by Kobe that time.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And against the Clippers, the Spurs didn't have home court advantage. I mean, ended up playing a big part in that series. They ended up losing in Game 7 in Staples with some questionable timekeeping, but that's not why they lost.
ahead of world peace. He's checked in for Kobe. Spurs trail by 6.
And that Spurs series sure didn't feel like a first-round matchup. I mean, you could have easily have seen either team playing for the title, regardless of who won the series. Both teams acknowledged that it felt like a conference finals matchup.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
Nick Young on the wing. He's covered by Ginobili. Williams' shot is off.
Good foul.
Even he has to miss one of those.
Oh, not really.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Kawhi Leonard, with another great season last year, earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And Young, here we go. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Clock at 6. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here.
And you got a good
And
look,
that's
too.
going to do it for the third quarter. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And the Lakers have possession. On the floor for San Antonio, starting the fourth quarter. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Ginobili. And it's Duncan in the pivot spot, manning the middle. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
And Bryant kicks to Russell. Great D that time from Green.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Russell with it. He's picked up by Parker. Russell dishes to Randall. 6 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And that one good from Clarkson.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. And guys, the Lakers last season were just
Well, they all play them in Cincinnati though. That's going to help.
Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
And for the Lakers without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person. Clark stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
Oh, he better not make that
And a
pass.
foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And guys, Tim Duncan still dominant after 18 years. You know, he's reshaped his body. He has gotten a brand new diet, which he says has had a huge benefit. We saw it in the playoffs last year, Greg. I think, you know, he probably was one of the top 5 overall performers in last year's playoffs.
No doubt about it. We continue to write this guy off, Kevin, and he just continues to defy Father Time. I mean, there was a point where he was starting to feel the wear and tear, especially in his knees, but being the competitor he is, he decided to dictate to his body rather than letting his body dictate to him.
And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's foul number 2 for him. Lakers leading by 8. Russell passes to Kobe. Here's Randall. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
You know, getting back to Duncan, when you talk to his teammates, they'll tell you he's disciplined. He maintains a strict diet, does off-the-floor training, from boxing to swimming, throwing tires, running in the sand. That keeps him motivated and engaged.
Kobe against Ginobili. Out left to the wing. Here's Clarkson. Good on the triple. Clarkson's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for the Lakers. San Antonio calls timeout.
And talking about Duncan's new look, Coach Popovich had an interesting quote. Pop said, I look at him and tell him, you look like Sprewell used to look. Just skin and bones, ligaments and tendons. I mean, but you know what? You can't argue with success, and not many people have had more than Tim Duncan. You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out, and sometimes the best way to do that is with the timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, we don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug. Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Kobe with it. He's picked up by Parker. Out to the wing. Plenty of space. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Clarkson. And he gets it to go. And now it's only a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
And the Lakers call time here.
There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and, of course, the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
Well, keeping in mind the Spurs have won 50 games or more for many years in a row, Greg, there are teams out there who can drive cars who have not even seen the Spurs not win 50 games, at least in a year.
And the way the Spurs keep on building this team, it's not as if that streak's going to end anytime soon. Those kids might have a chance to vote and do much more before they fail to see the Spurs win 50 games.
Lakers making a change here. Russell's checked in. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Outside Bryant. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Aldridge kicks to Duncan. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Can't get it to fall. Spurs trail by 7. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Part of the reason that they're down is that they haven't been as strong in the paint here. I mean, when you have the opportunity to get the ball inside and score close to the rim, that's what you've got to take advantage of.
Russell kicks to Clarkson. Back to Russell. He feeds it to Kobe. Out to the right wing. Shoots it up. Offensive rebound. Right side Russell. Pass to Hibbert. And he bangs it home with one hand.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Looking at the game Green has been having, 10 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
That one misses. And he nails the 3rd.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Bryant with it. He kicks to Clarkson. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Parker against Russell. And here's Green outside. Green missing again.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
There's 1:26 left in the game. Hibbert with a screen on Duncan. Randall dishes to Hibbert. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the final quarter. Los Angeles leading by 8. Kobe against Green. Outside Bryant. He dishes it to Clarkson. Pulls up. A rebound by the Spurs. There's Green with the 3. Green missing again.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Just too much of a deficit to overcome.
Just not enough clicks and ticks left on that clock in this one, Greg.
And so it's the Lakers with it. It's a 5-point game. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Jordan Clarkson. 2 shots.
And he does get the second one. And that increases their lead to 6. 17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. San Antonio calls timeout. They're behind by 7. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
What's up, player?
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. San Antonio again missing. And here is Bryant. And so the Lakers take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds clock.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Yeah, you can actually. You ain't got to be a fan, but he can swing.